Hello and welcome to my channel, and more than that, welcome to 2023 and my first video of the new year. What do I have for you? Slow stitching, patchwork, embroidery. I've been pretty busy over the Christmas period and I thought I might share what I've been up to. So this is piece 1. Now I'll get him as close as I can for you so that you can see him in some sort of detail. Yes. The only way I know that this is the right way up is because of this stalky thing there that's that way up. Otherwise it could have gone anyway, couldn't it? It can go that way. It can be a journal cover. It can be a picture in a picture frame. You can make a handbag of it. Still got bits of fluff on it. I did do the back like this. I put the fleecy back on there and just did a bit of stitching. That's machine stitched on. You can't actually see it, well, not very well. You have to be looking pretty hard to see the stitching around the outside. But it was pieces, and it was doing, I'm into this doing circles with the slow stitching. I like them. And some there. There's a bit of lace. There's a bit of doily. Another piece. Short piece of lace. So you can see it's all different things. And then there's still embroidery, like a flowery bit there. There's a flowery bit on that one. It's got some French knots and some just, I can't think what they're called. Lazy daisy stitches. There you go. Got it in the end. Yeah, and some just little pieces of material. So that was quite a cute one. Any way up you want it. The next one I did was this one. Now, I'll bring it away for you. This is a lot bigger. Well, it's bigger than the last one. It's still the patchworky bit. It's still slow stitching. But what I've also done is done like a branch on there with, I think it was 17 different types of flowers. So you can see all my different flowers and colours on the branch work. And there's some leaves on there just to break up the brown a bit, because that would have been just too much, I think. But that was fun to do. I mean, it was quite fun trying to find all the flowers in the first place. But you can see there's still slow stitching in there, you know, just the straighty ones like this. But then there are, on the ends of the branches, there are flowers. Yes, I've done the back again. What have I done this in? I've done it in a slightly different stitch, not that you can see it. I suppose it's a bit like a herringbone, is it? Or a, I don't know, looks like bird feet going across there. Just to attach the back to the front so you don't have a messy back to it, and it's not too thick to do anything with. You could still put that on a book, you know, as a cover, journal cover. You could put it on a hardback, whatever you wanted to, really. It was a case of doing different flowers. That's what this one was about. Not necessarily what it was going to turn like in the end, but it was how many different flowers could I find and do. As I said, I think I found 17. That was piece 2. Piece 3. There's quite a few here. Was this one. Now, it's a bit big for the screen. There we go. He's quite a long one. And you can see there are patches of material. There is slow stitching on there. There is lace on there. There is an embroidered elephant with flowers in his hair. See him? And it's a decorated background is all I can call it. There's already a pattern on there. So like the flower pot there, that's already on the thing. That one, that particular piece of square had the flower on it, so I've just embroidered on the top of that to make it stand out a bit more. I was into doing these sunflowers. I like those. As you can see, there's quite a few sunflowers over it. We got that side. Bit of lace on there, or doily, isn't it? Part doily. A little flower. There's even some crochet on there that's just got put on because I wanted to. There's another little piece of crochet. But all in all, these have been so therapeutic to do because it's slow work. I'm not really into slow work, but I've done it. The backing on this one has got a zigzag. Don't know that you're going to catch that. I can't quite see it on there. Can we see it on the front? Not really any better. It's such a light stitch. But trust me, it's done in zigzag on the machine, just to give it its nice back. There's even wool in here. I've sort of gathered pieces of wool. Lace, as I say, flowers. Slow stitch patch on, and then a piece of lace on that patch. A piece of felt. I mean, you can add beads to these. That's my next goal, is to start putting beads on things. Don't do enough beading, I don't think. Some flowers, some leaves. Nice bit of leaf work down there. His ears, or her ears, whatever, are just French stitches. I thought, that's cute. This is what I was on about, the pot that's already on the material. And that one's already on the material. But, yeah, I like that. Now, this one, I'm hoping to make into a folder, a journal folder. So, I've got a couple of books here, just plain lined ones, to make it like into a traveller's notebook. I've also ordered a soft cover, as in, flexible, week to page or week to, out view diary. Get there in the end. It's a diary. So these will come in like that, and then that one go like that. It's a bit big at the moment. Obviously the diary won't make it too fat. What I'll have to do, we don't want cats here, do we? What I might have to do is put a harder inside cover. So, get a piece of card and back it to this so that it acts like a cover. But I think it's quite nice having the Nelly straight on the front. And obviously it's got the other bits on the back. I was going to get myself a new traveller's notebook. I thought, I'll have another leather traveller's notebook. And I thought, Lynn, you're doing all this work. You ought to really do something with it. So that's going to be like that. Whether I shorten these, I can always sew a piece down and cut it off. I don't like cutting off, but it can be done to, let's have a look, make it fit a bit better. You can see the overlap there, because I didn't have a book cover in mind when I started this one. But I could sew that, same stitch, cut it with me pink and scissors, and we'd be none the riser, would we? And I could have a bookmark from what was left. It's a good idea. Just convinced myself there. And that's quite nice. I think that it looks better not being too big. I think having it, the bigger one, it sort of swamped the books. So, yes, I think I'll do that. I shall wait for the diary one to come. So I'll make sure it's the same size. It should be an A5. This is what my sizing is. And then I'll take off any ends I can, whether I take it off the front or off the back. I don't know yet. We'll have to see, because I sort of want Nelly in the middle. And to do that, I'm going to have to take, down there, aren't I, to get a decent bit there. If I fold that in that book, let's have a look, like that. And then that one in the back one. Now we're getting somewhere, aren't we? Ah, yes. Now I like that. That's looking good. So it'll either be folded round the card or it will be cut off and sewn again. I think folding round actually, and then you get some nice special edges as well, don't you? Okay, no cutting, no sewing. When I get the cover, when I get the diary, I can put that in. And then when I'm doing the cover with the cardboard, I shall stick this round the side of my new cover so that he sits really good. I'll bring him to you when I have finished him. I think that's the best thing to do, isn't it? Is to bring him to you. So that's the first three bits of the Christmas period. There are 2 more that are quite big. So what I'll do is we'll have one video on the 3 and we'll have one video on the other 2 that I sorted. Do hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been nice to chat with you again on this first day of 2023. Doesn't it go quick? Hope you all had a good Christmas and a New Year. And then let's look forward to what's going to come in our next year. So on that note, I shall say, do give us a thumbs up. Do subscribe. Because there's always plenty to come, isn't there? And you stay safe, you take care. And it's bye-bye for now.